the bunny back in the box.
Hello and welcome to the final part of me looking at all of my Blu-rays and saying something brief about each and every one of them. Yeah, I really regret doing this now, but it's given me about 2 hours worth of content to upload, so, you know, there is that. Okay, so, kicking off with the King's Speech, which I haven't seen, so good start. I can say nothing about it. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, great film, great Robert Downey Jr. film. Val Kilmer is incredible in this. It's the same writer as the Lethal Weapon movies and Iron Man 3. And yeah, really, really solid film. I've not seen it in quite a long time, actually. I really want to give that one another watch. Night and Day, a fun Tom Cruise, Cameron Diaz movie. Again, not seen it in a little while, but I remember enjoying it quite a bit. Knocked Up, funny Seth Rogen movie, back when Katherine Heigl was liked in the industry. Was this the one that caused all the problems, or was it Grey's Anatomy that caused all the issues for her? Can't really remember. Right. Now, 3 movies on the bounce that I haven't watched any of. Kung Fu Panda, Kung Fu Panda 2, and Kung Fu Panda 3. Not watched any of them. Yeah, don't know why I've got them. I do need to see them at some point. Are they good? Let me know. LA Confidential, amazing film. Really, really good. Labyrinth, classic, very dated. It has aged pretty badly, but still enjoyable. I'm not sure how enjoyable it is a first-time viewer. I think if you've watched it as a kid, you'll probably still like it. Larry Crown, Tom Hanks, Julie Roberts, not seen it. Lawless, it's fine. Yeah, it's okay. Legend, starring Tom Hardy and Tom Hardy, I still haven't watched. And yeah, I forgot I hadn't watched it until right now. So that's going high up on my list of things to check out. Another 4K, Legend of Tarzan, haven't seen. It's Margot Robbie, wherever she goes, I go. Another 4K, the Lego Movie. Great fun. Second one looks really good. And third 4K on the row, Batman movie, Lego Batman movie. It's great. I don't think it's quite as good as the Lego Movie, but yeah, I enjoy it. Lego Ninjago, I do want to get at some point, but it's by far the worst of all of them so far. Leon, not seen. Life, I really enjoyed this film. Like, really enjoyed it. It got mixed reviews. Like, a lot of people didn't really care for it, but yeah, I loved it. I thought it was a solid sci-fi movie. It looks great in 4K. The ending was, I think, a really bold ending, and I'm happy that there's no plans for a sequel, really, because I just like the oh shit of the ending. Like, great. It's a really, really good film. Life of Pi, really weird. Really, really weird. Amazing 3D. Limitless, yeah, fine. It's alright. I watched it ahead of the TV show, which was really good and horribly cancelled because the potential for that show was great. The lead was really good in it. I prefer the TV show to the movie, actually. Little Shop of Horrors. I never tire of Little Shop of Horrors. One of the best musicals. Locke, Tom Hardy with a really bad Welsh accent sitting in a car for an hour and a half, but it's actually a lot better than I just made it sound. Yeah, it's kind of a weird thriller, but it's intense at times. Yeah, really enjoy that film. Lockout, dumb action, not particularly great. Lone Ranger, I quite liked, and this is somebody who doesn't particularly care for Johnny Depp all that much, but yeah, I enjoyed this. I don't think it was deserving of all the hate that it got. I mean, it's not brilliant, but I've seen much worse. Looper, really good time travel movie. Bruce Willis again, he can make good films, can still happen in recent years. Losers, I think this came out a similar sort of time to the A-Team. I prefer this. Lost in Space, reviewed this recently for Movies at 20. It's bad. It's really bad. It's really, really, really bad. Lovely Bones, good film. Very good film. I've not watched this in a long time either, but yeah, really, really like this. Lucy, batshit crazy. Absolutely mental. I don't know if I like it or not. To be honest, I've no idea. I've seen it twice. I still don't know where I stand on that film. Macbeth looks stunning. The Shakespeare, I have an issue with Shakespearean language in that it just annoys me. But yeah, I mean, visually this film is incredible. It's definitely worth watching for that alone. Mad Max, Fury Road, just what a film. What a film. Maggie, Arnold Schwarzenegger zombie movie. Really good performance from Schwarzenegger on this. Maleficent. Yeah. Man in the Iron Mask I've not seen for years. Yeah, curious to see it again. I do like, as I say, I do like Leonardo DiCaprio films. I think that was just after Titanic. Was it just before? It's one or the other. It was around that time. Man on Fire, incredible Denzel Washington movie. Dakota Fanning as well is really good. Like, this is a great film, actually. Really good. I need to watch that again. Man on Wire, great documentary about the guy who crossed the Twin Towers. I've got The Walk in here as well. But yeah, this is really worth a watch if you like documentary style films. It's fascinating. Mad what he did. Absolutely mad. March of the Penguins. I didn't pay £10 for this. I paid about £1. I've not seen it, but it's got little penguins in it, and Morgan Freeman does the voice. I mean, another 4K with The Martian, a film I really, really enjoyed. I've seen this multiple times as well, and yeah, I don't get bored of it. It's really good. I like the book as well. Book's worth a read. His new book, Artemis, is alright as well. Marley and Me, right here, every single time. Mars Attacks. I love Mars Attacks. I didn't realise it was a hated movie. I didn't realise a lot of people didn't care for it, but I still really enjoy it. It's ridiculous, but I enjoy it. Mary Poppins. It's one of the best movies of all time. Sequels this year. Could go either way, couldn't it? Master and Commander. I don't think I've seen it. But yeah, I like those sort of movies. So, Masters of the Universe. I've not seen this in such a long time. I need to do some sort of video on it. Yeah, I'm going to do something on this soon, I think. So I'm curious to see what that's like. It's been such a long time since I've seen it. Memento, bit of an overrated film, I think, personally. Like, it's fine, like I like it well enough, but... all three Men in Black movies, good, bad, alright. That's my brief reviews for those three films. Midnight Special, yeah, it's the one I think. Midnight Special, Michael Shannon, Kirsten Dunst, really good film. Really good. Yeah, I can't remember really much about it, but I remember that I enjoyed it quite a bit. Minority Report, excellent Tom Cruise action movie. Spielberg directed that one. Miracle on 34th Street, Christmas classic. Misery, just this film. I watched this recently. This holds up. This stands the test of time. Still as watchable now as it was when it came out. Okay, on to the Mission Impossibles. Mission Impossible 1, I quite like-ish. It's the weakest of all of them. It's dated terribly as well. The sequence in the Eurotunnel looks shocking. Mission Impossible 2, up the game. Very, very good. 3, I thought was fine. Like, it was better than 1, not as good as 2. 4 was incredible. Absolutely loved it. And I also loved 5, Rogue Nation, as well. Really looking forward to 6 this year. Mission Impossible movies are those that I don't really get that excited about seeing in advance, but every time I do go and see one, I'm blown away by it. So yeah, love those films. The Mist. Possible contender for the bleakest ending in cinema? Could well be. I love this film. Creepy, disturbing, and yeah, that ending. Wow. Monsters. Good, fun film. Moneyball, haven't seen. Money Monster, I have seen, liked it a lot. George Clooney is great in this film. In fact, the whole concept of it, Julie Roberts is awesome. Everybody really is impressive in this film. I don't think it did very well, which is a shame. It's the sort of film I like watching. Mortal Kombat is a terrible film, yet I love it. It's not as terrible as the sequel. I'm never going to own that. Okay, the 4K, Mother. Possibly the most divisive film of 2017 that didn't have Jedi in the title. I'm on the fence of loving this. Like, I adored this film. I've seen it twice. It's shocking, yeah, but it just clicked with me. I really, really enjoyed it. It's one of those movies I can see why people hate it, but for me, it's one of my favourite movies of last year. Moulin Rouge, love this film. Not seen it in far too long, but yeah, I do love it. Mrs. Doubtfire, always a classic, isn't it? Always a classic. Don't remake that, ever, Hollywood. Just don't. Ms. Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. It's alright. Like, it's fine. It's nothing special, but yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Much Ado About Nothing, another Shakespeare movie. For somebody who doesn't like the Shakespearean language, I have 3 Shakespeare films. This one was purely based on the cast. It's Amy Acker, Alexis Denisov, like so many Buffy, Angel, just Joss Whedon-burst people in this film. Made me want to check it out. Although saying that, I still haven't watched it. Mud, Matthew McConaughey, still not seen. The Mummy has dated terribly. Can't remember anything about The Mummy Returns. And haven't watched Dragon Emperor. I've heard it's terrible. Is it? Let me know. I've heard it's not very good. Muppets Take Manhattan, I haven't seen for years, so I can't really comment on it, but I do love the Muppets. Muppets from Space, I don't think I have seen. The new Muppets, well, newish Muppets, love this. Brilliant film. I wasn't a big fan, though, of Muppets Most Wanted. Just didn't have quite the same spark as the first one did, I don't think. National Treasure, it's fun. I watched this a little while ago, and yeah, it's very silly, it's very dumb, but I enjoyed it. I want to watch the sequel at some point, because I don't think I've seen it. But I like the first one more than I expected to. Nerve, Emma Roberts, Dave Franco, really good film. Really good. I thought it was going to be just a bit crap, but yeah, actually enjoyed it. The Nice Guys, gutted that this doesn't seem to be getting a sequel. It didn't do very well, and it's a real shame. Lethal Weapon for a New Generation, yeah, I'd say that's fair. Both Russell Crowe and Ryan Gosling are amazing in this film. The script is spot on, the story is smart, loved it. The Night Before has gone on to become Mel and I's Christmas tradition film that we watch together. Every year now we watch The Night Before. It's a really good Christmas movie, it is. It's incredibly rude, there's lots of drug use, it's very, very silly, it's completely over the top, but we love it. Nightmare Before Christmas, I like it. I don't love it as much as others do. The Nightmare on Elm Street movies, the only one I've seen in recent memory is the first one, which has dated pretty badly, but I still enjoy it. I haven't seen the other ones in such a long time. I don't even think I've seen all of them, actually. Need to do a watch. I haven't watched Noah yet. No Country for Old Men is good. I don't think it's as good as people say it is, but I do like it. No Escape, Owen Wilson, like a serious action movie role. I didn't see that coming. I do like the film. Nocturnal Animals, very good. Great performances in that, actually. Really good performances. Non-Stop, Liam Neeson. Which one was this? Oh, yeah, he's on a flight. It's typical Liam Neeson. I don't have many Liam Neeson movies. I'm not a big fan of them. I've not got any of the Takens, for example. But Now You See Me and Now You See Me Too. I haven't seen the second one yet. I did quite like the first. I've heard this isn't that great. Oblivion, fun Tom Cruise movie, not one of his best, but yeah, it's a good enough sci-fi film. Oculus, yeah. Old School is one of my favourite comedies, always will be. It's my favourite Will Ferrell movie. Luke Wilson's great in it. Vince Vaughn's awesome. I love this film. You're my boy, Blue. Oliver, 60s musical. I really enjoy this film. I've watched it many, many times over the years. Olympus Has Fallen. Yeah, it's alright. I haven't got London Has Fallen yet. I think it's in £3 in CX, so I might pick it up. The Others really unnerved me. Like a genuinely creepy film. Twist at the end of this was great. One of the more memorable horrors that I've seen. It stuck with me a long time after seeing it. Pacific Rim, dumb fun. Sequel's not out on Blu-ray yet, but I quite enjoyed it. There's a review for the sequel actually on the channel. Paddington is an amazing film. Really sweet. Blew me away. Like I was completely surprised. I thought it was going to be absolutely terrible. The trailers looked shocking. The film itself, really touching. Really surprised me. And the sequel did as well. Paddington 2. I think I actually preferred the sequel to the first one. Such a great film. Fantastic looking in 4K. Like Paddington's fur. Weird thing to say, but it just looks really good in 4K. Pain and Gain. I've not seen. Right, okay, Paranormal Activities. The first one I love, the second one I love, the third one I like, and I've not watched the others yet. So I don't know why I haven't got around to watching them, but yeah, I haven't, but I have them all. So there's 4, there's the March ones, and there's Ghost Dimension. But I'm yet to finish that film series off. How did it end quality-wise? Did it end well? Because yeah, I thought it started well, but I don't know if it, if it held out that quality until the end. The Patriot. Great Mel Gibson film. Really good. It's just released in 4K. I am tempted. Paul. I really like Paul. Yeah, it's the Shaun of the Dead guys with an alien who's voiced by Seth Rogen. How can you not love that? Pan. I've not watched. Well, I watched some of it. I watched the point where all the pirates started and there's all the pirates, all the children, they all start singing Nirvana. Didn't quite understand what was going on there, so I decided to go back to it another time and just never got around to it. Another 4K, Passengers, a bit of an underrated one, I think, Passengers. Like, a lot of people complained about the message of it and how Chris Pratt's character acted, and yeah, he acted terribly, but that just made him an interesting character for me. People took issue with it. This box set's cool, it's got the script in it as well, so yeah, it's weird they did a big special edition for this, several films, but hey, I bought it. Pearl Harbor, I oddly enjoy it, and I can't explain why. That's as far as I'll go with Pearl Harbor. Perfect Storm, quite like. Again, been a while. Pete's Dragon and the remake. The remake I absolutely loved. I didn't really know what to expect from it, but I just went into it blind and just, loved it. Again, one of my favourite movies of that year was Pete's Dragon. The original I haven't seen since I was really little, so yeah, I can't say too much about that. Philadelphia, incredible Tom Hanks performance, possibly one of his best performances, I think, Philadelphia. If you have not seen this, please do. It's a really powerful film. Philomena, not seen. Pineapple Express, really funny, really great film. Anytime Seth Rogen and James Franco get together on screen, it just works, and yeah, one of their best. Pirates and Adventurous Scientists, great film, really good. It's by the same people that did Wallace and Gromit, and they've just done Early Man, I think it's called, that I haven't got around to seeing yet, but yeah, this is great. Pitch Perfect, quite like it. Not seen the second one yet, but I've got it, and haven't got the third yet either. Okay, on to perhaps tied with Toy Story, my favourite trilogy ever. Rise of the Planet of the Apes, Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, and in 4K, War for the Planet of the Apes. These films just get better and better. And like Toy Story, I don't want another one. I'm happy for this franchise to end with this film. It's the perfect ending. Like, I got really emotional in this film. Like, Andy Serkis deserves all the awards for what he did as Caesar. Those films just blow me away, all three of them. Polar Express, I don't like. Popstar, Never Stop, Never Stopping. This film is ridiculous, but I absolutely love it. It did so badly. It's Andy Samberg, the Lonely Island guy, did the soundtrack. Like, check out some of the songs. The Osama Bin Laden song is great. Humble is amazing. It's just a really well written and funny film. It should have done a lot better than it actually did. It's disappointing that it didn't. I thought that had sort of success written all over it. Okay, 4K again for Power Rangers, the new one, obviously. They're not going to do the 95 one in 4K. I liked this film quite a bit. I'm a big Power Rangers fan. I was when I was a kid. Like, I'll still watch the odd episode every now and then just for nostalgia's sake. But I really enjoyed this film. There were some character problems. It took them far too long to get into the actual Zords themselves. But yeah, no, I enjoyed it. Megazord was shit though. Megazord looked awful. Poseidon, the remake. Yeah, dumb fun. I have got the Predators. Okay, Predator trilogy. I forgot I had this. So Predator, Predator 2, and Predators. I've only seen Predator. I think I may have seen Predator 2, but it's far too long ago for me to remember. Predator's a classic. Curious about Predators. I might check these out before the new one comes out. Maybe I might do a video review on all three. Give that a try. Prestige, one of Nolan's best, I think. Pride, really good film. Definitely one to check out. Pride and Prejudice and Zombies, fun. I enjoyed it. Project Almanac. Yes, I think I did quite enjoy this one. Yeah, no, I did. No, good film. Time travel film. Quite good fun. Again, one of those I wasn't sure what to think of going into it, but by the time it finished, I had a really, really good time. So yeah, it's a new day. The camera died halfway through filming this last part, which is annoying timing. So yeah, brand new day. The good thing is, 2 new Blu-rays turned up, so it's kind of worked out well. Get those out of the way first. So Coco has just arrived. Love this film. I wasn't expecting to. Like, when I first saw trailers about it, it didn't do a lot for me, but the finished product was incredible. And a new 4K, Black Panther. So that now completes the MCU movies that are out on Blu-ray until Avengers Infinity War, which I think is coming out in August. Is it August, September? Excited to see that again. Right, back to where we were then. So Prometheus is alright. Yeah, I mean, I preferred it to the next one, but yeah, okay film. Covenant, it's a 4K release. I think I got it for like £10 actually, new. So I think that's the only reason I've actually got it, and the fact that I need to own everything because I'm me. But yeah, Alien Covenant, I didn't hate it as much as some people did, but I certainly didn't love it. Pulp Fiction, as I've said a few times now, not a huge Tarantino fan. This is certainly one of his better ones though. I've only seen it a couple of times, but I do enjoy it. The Purge, I like the Purge series a lot. The first one's good. It's the home invasion one, I think. I kind of lose track on which Purge was which, but yeah, I believe this was the home invasion one, which is a good one. Purge Anarchy is my favourite. It's my favourite of the three so far. Although I did enjoy Election Year, just not quite as much as the other two. I don't know how I feel about the fact that it's going to be a prequel now. I think that's out in a few weeks, and yeah, I mean, I'll see it. I'm looking forward to seeing it, but it's not the direction I personally would have wanted to go in. Like, there's a Purge. Like, we know there's a Purge. Surely, after they've gone, this is how it starts. It's just going to be a regular Purge movie. I don't know. Puss in Boots, Shrek spin-off. Can't really remember anything about it. I know I've seen it. I just can't really remember it. The Raid, I've not seen yet. I want to see it. 20 Elite Cops, 30 Floors of Hell. That is a good tagline. Yeah, no, not watched it yet. I do need to. Rain Man, brilliant Tom Cruise movie. Brilliant as well for Dustin Hoffman, who's just fantastic. Both of them are amazing in this. Such a good film. A bit long, but yeah, good film. 4K of The Revenant, which is a really good film, and it looks incredible in 4K. I know I say that a lot, but I try and say it when it genuinely does. And there's certain bits in this where I was like, wow. It was the second 4K I ever owned after Deadpool, and yeah, very good. Revolutionary Road, I think I got this just because it reunites Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet, but I haven't seen it. R.I.P.D. I picked up for like £4 in 3D. It's when I was still buying 3D Blu-rays, and yeah, it's not great, is it? Not a good film, which is a shame considering they cast in it. Road to Perdition, I've not watched this. It's another Tom Hanks movie. To say we're trying to build up the collection of Tom Hanks, and yeah, I've not watched this yet. I haven't watched Robin Hood either. Russell Crowe as Robin Hood. New one coming out soon. Maybe I'll watch it just before that. Robocop trilogy. So the original movies. Love the first one. Can't really remember much about 2 and 3. So I need to check them out again. But yeah, I love the first one. The first one is an incredible film. And not just in the dumb action movie way either. It's legitimately a really good film. The reboot, however, is a pile of shit. Farewell, you piece of shit. Terrible film. Now the third in the, I think it was released first maybe, but it's the third that we've come to of the ultimate action non-trilogy of all time, the Nicolas Cage epicness, The Rock. As I say, Con Air is my favourite, but I could happily watch this, Face Off and Con Air just on a loop over and over and over again, and I'd never get bored. It's a great film. Romeo and Juliet, the one over here we all had to study in school. I remember liking it in school, and I've watched it recently as well, and I still enjoy it. Even though it's all in Shakespeare, I still enjoy it. Room is an incredible film, incredibly powerful film. Brie Larson is phenomenal in this. I forget the child actor's name now. This is really small print. Don't know if I can find him. Jacob Tremblay. So he's incredible. Brilliant script, brilliant story. Yeah, highly recommend Room. Not to be confused with The Room, which is amazing for completely different reasons. Run, Fat Boy, Run. Pretty good Simon Pegg comedy. I've seen it multiple times actually. I don't love it, I just like it, but for some reason it's one I always just go back to. Rush, cool hologram sort of cover that you probably can't pick up overly well. Oh, maybe you can. Yeah. Not seen it yet. Safe House, pretty fun Ryan Reynolds, Denzel Washington film. Safe, love me some Denzel. And Angelina Jolie's Salt, which I don't think I've watched. If I have, I don't remember it, which probably says a lot. Which pile are we on next? Yes, San Andreas. I love San Andreas. The Rock, I don't really like The Rock when he does comedies, like Jumanji, the new one, was more of an action movie. I thought action adventure than a comedy. When he does outright comedies, I'm not a fan. Baywatch was awful. I didn't really like Central Intelligence either. I like it when he does big over-the-top action films. So yeah, San Andreas is a great one. Really looking forward to Skyscraper. Saving Private Ryan is another one I think for movies at 20 this year. So that'll be coming, I think it's about October sort of time. But yeah, very good film. Saving Mr. Banks, another Tom Hanks. Rhymed very well. Yeah, really good film based on the origins of Mary Poppins. Schindler's List, difficult watch, but very, very good. I've not seen that in such a long time. Scott Pilgrim, yeah, I like it. I don't love it as much as other people do, but I like it well enough. seen it a couple of times. Enjoyed it both times I watched it. Scream 4, the weakest of the Scream movies for me. Annoys me that there isn't a box set out, at least there wasn't when I bought them all, with all 4 of them together, so this one's separate, but yeah, wasn't a huge fan of Scream 4. Secret Life of Walter Mitty, yeah, I enjoy it. Secret Friend from the End of the World, surprisingly good, wasn't expecting to like it, really did. It's another one I've watched a few times. Serenity, yeah, I need to get this in 4K, actually, Serenity. This is, yeah, one of my favourite films. I don't know how it'd be without watching the TV series before it, but yeah, love it. Love it. I'm a leaf on the wind. Watch how I gets me every single time. 7, really good film. £7. Don't know, not seen it. Yeah. Shaun of the Dead, comedy classic, endlessly rewatchable. Favourite Simon Pegg film. The Shallows. So not only is this an incredible looking 4K, I really like the film. I really enjoy it. It gets a bit ridiculous towards the end, like how they resolve the shark thing just made me laugh. But up until that point, I thought this was a really, really good film. Blake Lively's amazing in it. Yeah, really like this. Shawshank Redemption, one of the best films ever made, full stop. Sherlock Holmes, I've not watched. This is falling out. 2 discs in here for some reason, but only space for 1. Really sure why. Yeah, I've not watched these yet. I need to. So I also haven't seen this one either, which is Sherlock Holmes Game of Shadows. I don't think I've seen them. I think I've seen some of the first one, but yeah. Shoot 'em up. Somebody gets killed with a carrot. Should make you want to go watch. Shutter Island, very good. Cesario, so blah blah blah. Yeah, great film. Sequel's out very soon, actually, a couple of weeks. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. Silver Linings Playbook, yeah, it's fine. Simpsons movie, yeah, it's great, isn't it? Mostly remember for Spider Pig, which is now stuck in my head. Thanks me. Yeah, alright, fine. I miss The Simpsons being good though. Sin City 1 and 2, really like the first Sin City. Haven't got around to watching the second one yet. Sisters, great. Forgotten both of the Tina Fey and Amy Poehler comedy. They're both really good in this. Really enjoyed this film. Skyline, yeah. No, I enjoyed this a lot. I haven't seen the sequel to this yet either. I really need to, but yeah, no, I enjoyed this a lot. It's not the best. It's a bit silly. The ending was odd, but enjoyable. Slumdog Millionaire is great. If you haven't seen that, definitely do. Snakes on a Motherfucking Plane is terrible yet amazing. So that's what got me into Cobra Starship before they sold out and became shit. Social Network, great film. Probably completely inaccurate, but great film. Source Code, I really enjoy up until like the last 10 minutes where it completely loses me. Southpaw, Jake Gyllenhaal's great in this. Really good boxing movie. Speed, it's one of the ultimate in 90s action movies. For some reason I haven't got Speed 2 Cruise Control. Don't know why I haven't bought that. Because it's terrible. Spider-Man 1, great. Spider-Man 2, one of the best superhero movies of all time. Still one of my favourites. Spider-Man 3, I mean, it's not as bad as everybody says it is, but it's a fucking mess. Studio interference. It's that one up. Amazing Spider-Man, I liked. I didn't realise until recently that a lot of people hated this movie, but I really liked it. I can, however, see the problems with Amazing Spider-Man 2, which, much like Spider-Man 3, seems like studio interference just screwed it up. Splice is a weird film. Really weird film. Like, watch it 'cause it's an experience, but yeah, very odd, very strange. James McAvoy is incredible in Split. Split is really good. It's one with the sequel coming out. Is that the one sequel coming out with Bruce Willis, the Unbreakable? I think it might have been that one, but yeah, no, good film. Spotlight, I really enjoyed. Stand By Me, another classic, another one that will always be watchable. Stargate, the original movie. Yeah, it's alright. I really love the Stargate show, but yeah, the movie didn't do a huge amount for me. I think I've got another Stargate somewhere, but it must have got jumbled up. Did it? Yeah, I'm sure we'll come across it. Starman, great 80s sci-fi movie, John Carpenter. Yeah, good performances. I really like the song. They put that song into another song. They remixed it a couple of years back. Shit. Rebooted Star Trek. Really liked. Really, really liked it. Star Trek Into Darkness, I did love until I recently watched Wrath of Khan, and now I see why everybody was so pissed off. Yeah, I'm interested to see this again and see how it fares with me now after seeing how it should have been done. Stay. Right. Star Trek Beyond, really enjoyed. Loved this film. Again, people didn't. I don't really understand why. This felt like Star Trek, this movie. I think that's why I liked it so much. Starship Troopers, brilliant. Amazing film. I think that's over 20 years old now. Rogue One, Star Wars story. I loved this. Absolutely loved it. Yeah, again, it's one I wasn't expecting to. I was already like, spin-off Star Wars movies, do we need to see this? Yes, I think we did. Loved it. Force Awakens, great fun. Yeah, it's a cool box as well, actually, if I can just open that up. Yeah, cool box set. Really like it. And I really like the film as well. Yeah, it kind of just repeats on A New Hope quite a lot, but hey, I think it was the right way to go. And most people seem to enjoy it, unlike The Last Jedi, which, 4K, so at least I got it the right way, but I enjoyed this the second time round once all of the crushing disappointments, I knew they were coming. Like, once I was prepared for them, I could enjoy it for what it is, but yeah, no, not what I was hoping for from a Star Trek movie, but at least I'm not issuing death threats that a lot of people on the internet are. Straight Outta Compton, yeah, good film. A bit overly long, it goes on a little bit, but I enjoy it all the same. Sunshine, I don't think I've seen it yet. Sunshine on Leith, not seen. Just have an aversion to Sunshine. Super, it's really silly, really funny. James Gunn, Guardians director, did this, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Super 8, yeah, I liked it. I like what they were trying to do more than what they actually did. Like, the execution I don't think was perfect, but yeah. Superbad, great funny comedy. Still holds up now. If you're an Oasis fan, definitely watch Supersonic. Really good documentary about them. Goes into a lot of the problems between them and why they don't get on, and it's a shame we'll probably never get that Oasis reunion until they decide they want money. Swordfish, I have seen it, not for a long time, so I can't really comment on it. I liked it enough to buy it again, I guess, but yeah. Sweeney Todd, yeah, it's alright. For a Johnny Depp movie, quite enjoy this one. Taking a Pelham 123, a really good remake. I haven't seen the original, so I don't know how it compares, but yeah, I enjoyed this. John Travolta does a really good bad guy, I think. And Denzel. Team America World Police still makes me laugh, still rewatchable, still funny, still brilliant. Ted, yeah, I really like Ted. I get really annoyed now whenever there's a thunderstorm. You see people tweeting about thunder buddies and stuff. Yeah, right, it's a joke, don't kill it. But yeah, I enjoy the film. I like Ted 2, probably about the same. Yeah, equally. Surprised there's been no word on Ted 3 yet. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1, 2 and 3. 1's good, goes pretty down the hill from there. I've not watched Turtles in Time, number 3, in ages, so I can't remember what that's like, but I'm suspecting not very good. TMNT, haven't seen it since it was in the cinema, but I really liked it at the time enough to buy it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the remake. I liked this, actually. I remember reviewing it, and I only gave it 2 stars, but I said it was a 2-star one that I actually enjoyed, and I stand by that. It's not a very good film, but at the same time, it's enjoyable. Out of the Shadows, though, was crap. Like, I was excited, it had Oliver Queen in it. I thought it was going to be good. It wasn't. The Terminal, another Tom Hanks, great one. It's one where he's stuck at the airport. Love that. Terminator, classic. Terminator 2, one of the best sequels of all time. Need to get the remastered one of that. Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines, I watched quite recently and was surprised at how much I liked it. Like, the ending was bold. It was a really brave choice to end it the way they did, so I do respect the film for that. Salvation's average. Terminator Genesis, I did actually enjoy, but at the same time I can see that it's not a very good film. Arnold Schwarzenegger is the best thing in it, though. He's great. Really miscast Emilia Clarke. Theory of Everything, not watched. That Awkward Moment is a surprisingly fun comedy. Check it out if you get the chance. Yeah, good cast as well. Steve McQueen, The Man and Le Mans. Don't really know why I've got this. Not into that sort of thing at all. For some reason, I own it. This Is the End. Great comedy. Great apocalypse comedy. This Means War is shit. It's awful. I like Reese Witherspoon. I like Chris Pine. I like Tom Hardy. I like all 3 of them. It's a really good cast. The script is dire. Why any of them agreed to do it, I really don't know. Three Kings, long time since I've watched it. Do like it. I want to see this again, actually. I am not ashamed to admit that one of my favourite films ever is Titanic. It is. I watch it probably once a year. I love it. The soundtrack is incredible. Rest in peace, James Horner. I think it's really well put together. Yeah, I love Titanic. And this special edition as well has got some great documentaries on it as well. So if you're a Titanic fan, pick that up. Tomb Raider, so that's both of them. The Angelina Jolie ones, that is. They're alright, they're average, they're watchable-ish. Which is pretty much what I'd say about the new Tomb Raider as well. It's watchable. Tomorrowland, boring. Top Gun, I like-ish. Don't know why we're getting a sequel though. Total Recall, the remake, not watched. I haven't got the original one, bit ashamed. Training Day, it's brilliant. I've got a lot of Denzel movies actually, more than I thought. Transformers, the only good one. It's the first one. Revenge of the Fallen. You're terrible. Absolutely terrible. Like, everything about this film is just awful and shit, and I hate it. And Dark of the Moon is a bit better than 2. But Transporter Refueled, I got this free. This was a press copy I got sent to me. I've not watched it. I haven't got the originals either. I've not really seen them, I don't think. Tremors, watched it when I was a kid, loved it. I need to watch it again. So this is the 25th anniversary edition, so I need to check that out and see what it's like all these years later. 999, fun crime movie, good cast, really good cast actually. Tron Legacy, really enjoyed. Yeah, disappointed we didn't get a third one. Visually, this is great. Daft Punk did the soundtrack, so that elevated this somewhat. But yeah, no, overall, really good film. Tropic Thunder. First time I saw it, loved it. Watched it a couple of times since, and yeah, it doesn't really hold up for repeat viewing. I find Tropic Thunder, which is a shame. Downey Jr. is still brilliant though. Brad Pitt's Troy. Trying to remember anything about this. I can't. Nope. The Walk. So this is the movie of Man on Wire. I don't know if it was this video. I think it might be the last one. But Man on Wire, the documentary about the guy that walked across the Twin Towers by a wire. This is the movie based on it. Didn't do very well, which is a shame. It's a great film. Joseph Gordon-Levitt puts in a brilliant performance in this. If you can watch it in 3D as well, it's some of the best 3D I've ever seen. To the point where your stomach spins when you're watching it. It's unbelievably tense and really well acted. Tucker and Dale vs. Evil is a brilliant Alan Tudyk, just worked out, I don't know how to say his name. Wash from Firefly, him. Really good film for him. It's a couple of guys get confused as get mixed up as serial killers and inadvertently start killing people when they don't mean to. It's just very silly but great fun. Turner and Hooch makes me sad. Twister, nowhere near as good as I remember it being. Bill Paxton's great though. Up in the Air, don't think I've seen it. And Unstoppable, another Denzel movie trying to stop a train that's unstoppable. I think they stop it, so it was stoppable. It's based on a true story though. It's good fun. Okay, down to the last few. Unbreakable. Need to watch this again. It's been such a long time. I plan to watch this before. Yeah, it is that one that's with Split before that comes out. V for Vendetta, brilliant film. Absolutely brilliant. I love it. Vacation, the remake. Yeah, I enjoyed this. This made me laugh a lot. It was one that we just put on randomly. Like we didn't expect anything from it. It was just, oh, watch that. Yeah, loved it. Valerian, got that in 4K. I got it in 4K purely for how good it will look in 4K, and it does. It's a miscast movie, I find. Vantage Point, I've not seen. Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story is hysterical. It's so funny. I've watched it multiple times. The soundtrack's incredible. I absolutely love this film. Wanderlust, good fun. Wanted, yeah, pretty good. Warcraft, the beginning, not watched yet. War of the Worlds, one of my favourite Tom Cruise movies. Absolutely love it. Warm Bodies, I've not seen. Watchmen, yeah, quite like it. Been a while since I've seen it. Waterworld, it's far too long since I've seen that to comment. I want to watch it again. Wedding Crashers, always makes me laugh. Very funny film. Wedding Ringer, Kevin Hart. Good Kevin Hart movie actually. This is the first movie where I actually took notice of Kevin Hart, where I actually thought, yeah, this guy's funny. Josh Gad's good in this as well. This comedy surprised me. I wasn't expecting it to be any good. Turns out it was. The Wedding Singer. Adam Sandler used to be funny. Keep saying this. He did. If you only know Adam Sandler from Netflix, then I'm sorry. He used to be a very funny man. He used to give a shit. Now he does not. Weird Science, horribly dated, but still a very good film. Still enjoyable. Worth watching for a very young Robert Downey Jr. as a little punk. We Were Soldiers, pretty enjoyable Mel Gibson film. It's another one it's been a long time since I've seen, but yeah, I liked it. What We Do in the Shadows is an incredibly funny film. Like, definitely check this out. It's written and directed by Jermaine Clement from Flight of the Conchords and Taika Waititi, who did Hunt for the Wilder People and of course Thor Ragnarok. So yeah, hysterical film. Really makes me laugh. There's a TV show in the works apparently and a sequel called Werewolves. I'm excited. A personal favourite of mine is Whiplash. Love everything about this film. J.K. Simmons is phenomenal in this. Miles Teller as well. Very, very good. I can't fault anything about this film. It's, yeah, stunning movie. White House Down, between this and Olympus Has Fallen, I preferred this one. Channing Tatum's good here, bit of like a Die Hard with the White House, but yeah, it's fun. There's Stargate. I don't know why this is here in the collection, but Stargate Continuum, the last TV movie of Stargate. Yeah, it's alright. I just hate it when they undo everything in a movie. Just makes the whole thing pointless. White Man Can't Jump. Yeah, good film. Holds up. Still good now. Great performances. Woody Harrelson's awesome. Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Another one that I don't really need to say too much about because absolute classic. Wild, Reese Witherspoon, not seen. Wild Hogs, not that great if I'm honest. It's a really good cameo from Dr. Cox from Scrubs. But again, another classic. Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Import this one. Don't know why, but it is. But yeah, amazing. Oddly enough, I don't have the remake because it's shit. The Witch. I went into this expecting it to be a horror. This was marketed pretty badly, I think. So I was disappointed with it. I want to go back and watch it again now that I know this sort of film it is and see if that improves it. But yeah, at the moment I'm not a fan, but judging by all the reviews, I should be. Wizard of Oz. Nothing needs to be said. One of the greatest films ever made. Wolf Creek. Yeah, good. Bit of a brutal film. Yeah, very good though. I don't know why I've got the sequel to it, Wolf Creek 2, but I haven't watched it yet. I think it's because it's got Joe Scully from Neighbours in it. I think that piqued my interest. Wolf of Wall Street, one of my favourite Leonardo DiCaprio films. The Wolverine, much better than the first Wolverine movie, but still not great. All falls apart in the last act for me. Logan, another great film. This is one of my favourites from last year. Yeah, again, the 4K looks great. There's a black and white version on here as well, Logan Noir, that's, yeah, different feel to the movie when you watch it that way. The Woman in Black, I haven't seen. I do remember an old TV movie, it's over here in the UK, that terrified me as a child. I haven't got around to watching this one yet, but it's only a 12, so how scary can that be? World's End, my least favourite of the Cornetto trilogy. Still like it, but yeah, nowhere near as much. World Trade Center, this was a bit poorly timed, wasn't it? When did this come out? 2004, so not long afterwards. Yeah, good cast. Nicolas Cage, what I remember, isn't overly great in it. World War Z, World War Z, I guess we'd call it, but World War Z, whatever. Yeah, it's alright. The Wrestler is brilliant. X-Files, Fight the Future is actually in my Xbox right now, halfway through. It's the next movie's at 20. And yeah, as I said in another video I did, weird timing that this is next because this is the point I'm at on my X-Files rewatch. Let's get off the wall. The X-Files, I want to believe, is terrible. I don't like anything really about it at all. There's a scene at the end credits where the camera pans over them on a boat and they wave to the camera. Like, what the fuck was that? Yeah, terrible movie. X-Men Days of Future Past, the other X-Men First Class. Yeah, it was First Class, is in the X-Men box set. This, very good film, really enjoy it. I also really enjoyed XMen Apocalypse, another 4K. Yeah, I don't know why this gets so much hate. I enjoyed this. I mean, it's not brilliant. I don't think it's the best movie ever made, but it's enjoyable. I liked it. More than I did quite a lot of other X-Men movies. Yes Man, another good Jim Carrey movie. Again, one where he doesn't overplay things. You're Next, not seen. Really want to. I keep meaning to watch this one, I just forget. Zero Dark 30. Very long, does go on a little bit, but I still enjoyed it. And the last one is Zombieland, which is an amazing film. Apparently the sequel's being filmed, or it's about to be filmed, or it's on the way at least. Don't know how I feel about it, because this was perfect. I don't think I needed a second Zombieland. But that's it. That's all of the Blu-rays I own. That took a lot longer than I thought it was going to take, like a lot longer. But I hope it was some enjoyment. As I say, let me know what your Blu-ray collections are. Send me pictures on Twitter. I like comparing Blu-ray collections. It's nice seeing what other people have got. Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at JoePJulians. Hit like and subscribe on this video if you enjoyed it. There won't be any other Blu-ray videos for quite some time. I don't see why there would be. Movies at 20, as I say, we're back soon with the X-Files. Hereditary review is on its way, as is Ocean's 8. Both of those will be coming. Thank you very much for watching, and yeah, I'll see you on the next video.